let's continue to look at some of these offseason acquisitions. This time is undrafted free agent Brandon Knight, formerly of Indiana. He's our right tackle here. I like some things about him. Couple things we could fix, but that's what we do film sessions for. I want to show you what I've learned here. So he's the right tackle. First of all, I like his feet. Half of offensive linemen is how we travel, then what we do once we get there. And like his movement, like him getting his landmark, look at how active those feet are. They're not the lightest, but whatever. But they're active. They're quick. He's picking them up. He's not looking too labored. He gets to his landmark every time. The big question mark comes from what happens when he gets there. Now we'll cross that road in a minute and talk about it. But in terms of like quick feet, getting there, bam, parallel to his opponent, not really giving him too much room inside. He can react either way. I like it. But like I said, we'll talk about those other things in a minute. Let's get into some more positive stuff. Watch this. Something else I like about Brandon Knight. Once again, he's the right tackle. He's going up against Rashawn Gary right now, the 15th overall pick or whatever Green Bay was drafting him at. He stays latched on to these blocks. We always talk about maintaining the blocks. Like once you get there, like can you stay there? Right? He's going to end up off the screen here, but let's go back here. Like I like the fact that if he can latch on to you, okay, listen to me close. If he can latch on to you, he'll stay there because he'll keep those feet moving. Take a look at his feet right here, right? Let's take a look at his feet pre-latch. Then once he gets hands on you, kick. I want y'all to see his feet after he's latched on to Rashawn Gary. They keep moving. They keep moving. And that's a good offensive lineman to do that. Like an overall picture of Brandon Knight is not going to look pretty. He's not a pretty technical offensive lineman. It's going to look ugly, but he does get a lot of the job done. And that's something that you can really pat him on the back for, keeping those feet active. I like that. Hands inside. I like that. Butt down, hat level cool. I'm a fan of all that. Let's keep looking. I tell you what, if you're going to be an offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, you got to be able to do this. Brandon Knight is there, okay? Devin White is there. Watch our boy get the second level and seal up Devin White and just opening up the touchdown. Look at that lane. Look at that lane for the touchdown, man. And it happened because Brandon Knight was in the right place at the right time, and he just sealed this thing off nicely there. Devin Bush, kind of want Devin Bush on the ground right there, considering Devin Bush being a smaller guy. We'll talk about that side of the game in a minute. But I do love the fact that he got the second level and put hands on the linebacker accurately. He does it a bunch. I just kind of ran into this one. I just wanted to show it to you because that seal is so perfect. Right here, just going up this hole from this block from the tight end to him sealing off Devin Bush, it was perfect. And that's why I showed it. Let's keep watching. This is something else I like too. Regardless of the bad things that I'm going to say about him, like 3 plays after this, I really do like this, right? We got Brandon Knight right there. I like that he's a finisher, or at least when he's in situations where he can or like should finish or whatnot, he's trying to finish that block. If he gets some movement, he's not just gonna brother-in-law. He's not just gonna hang around. He's gonna get a full push and he's gonna hang on. How far can he push you? I don't know, but if the whistle hadn't blown, he's going to continue to try to put hands on Rashawn Gary. Like, just ignore that there are 3 people trying to move Rashawn Gary right now. We're not looking at those 3 people. The only people that we're looking at is Brandon Knight and what he's doing to Rashawn Gary. If Brandon can get movement on you, he's going to continue to try to push you around until the whistle blows. I like that kind of tenacity. Now it's time for this negativity I'm about to hit them with. YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. I think Brandon Knight is the perfect prospect for a practice squad player because I don't think he's like so great that some other team is going to take him away from us, but he does need to sit down and just develop a little bit. I think he's lacking a bit of power and just grown madness. Something that he's going to have problems with early, and we're probably going to see it like preseason or whatnot. It's like when he's got to deal with length and somebody that is strong, he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle just a little bit. And just based on this block here, he traveled well. Kick. He got to where he was trying to get to, but Rashawn had the length advantage, so Brandon never really got hands on him. Plus, look at Gary's initial blow versus Brandon, right? Brandon kind of gets pushed back right there. Just a big jolt to his chest there. Whenever Brandon doesn't deliver a blow, he can't maintain the block, and that makes sense. Like, the reason offensive linemen punch is to slow D linemen down a little bit. And if you don't slow down the opposition's momentum, especially Rashawn Gary's momentum, you're not going to be able to hold on to him. So like I said earlier, if Brandon Knight can latch on to you, then he's good to go. But I think it's going to be a lot of situations, whether it be length, ball get off, or just power, just a nasty punch to the chest. I don't think Brandon's going to be able to latch on to guys all the time. And he can work on that with, just lifting weights in the off season or whatnot. But that's my thoughts. Let's keep moving. Here's another example, right? Brandon Knight, right tackle. Watch him not punch Rashawn Gary and Rashawn Gary not be affected by it. You see what I'm saying? Like Brandon did nothing to slow down Rashawn Gary. Now, got to give Brandon credit for this. Look at his feet. Traveling, we going to get to where we're going to get to. Getting to the landmark is not the problem, but right there, I want you to deliver a blow to Rashawn Gary. Now, Gary could be stronger than you. His hands could be faster than you. Cool, we'll work on that. That's just some other technique things that we could do in the offseason. That's fine, Brandon Knight. I'm not mad at your feet. I'm not mad at everything else. But just deliver a little bit of a blow. Just get some kind of punch in there, There's even been times to where Chase Winovich would get hands on Brandon Knight, and Brandon would at least work his hands back inside to block Chase, and that's cool. But Rashawn Gary's a strong dude with length and speed. You know what I'm saying? So if Brandon Knight can't get hands on you, he's going for a ride, and that's something I need him to work on in the offseason. Punch people. And he's kind of patty caking up here, but luckily, Gary didn't hit him with a nasty ass top tier pass rush right there, or he would have been dead as fried chicken here. Look, just look at him not punch Rashawn Gary. He'll reach up and try to touch him and grab him, but I really want a nasty little punch to the chest, right in the top of that 3, and slow his ass down. But I'm a dreamer. That's Brandon Knight. That's Brandon Knight. I had a lot of negative things to say, but I mean, he's an undrafted free agent, so he's not going to be the perfect prospect. I still think he's better than Trey Pipkins, and Trey Pipkins got drafted, so it is what it is on that. But do I like him? Sure, I like him. It's just that he's got a little work to do. He's a big dude. He's like 6'4", 315 or something like that. So in real life, he could be working to be a guard next year, honestly, with his size, but I need him to just get a little stronger though. And he's like 6'4", but his arms aren't that long. So I don't know. We'll see what happens to him. But I think next year moving him around could be in the cards for him, or he can work on his hand placement. He'll be okay. I think if he punch people, he'll be fine. Just deliver a blow, and everything else will just come to you. But that's just my thoughts on that. I'm no coach. I'm just a YouTuber. I'm not a coach anymore. Anyway, like the video, comment, say what you want to say, hit the sub button. I think at this point, I ain't got to tell y'all no more, because if you like the content, you're going to sub regardless. And some of y'all don't even sub. Y'all just kind of wait till I pop up in the recommended section, and y'all be mad because y'all miss videos because y'all don't sub. Hit the notification bell too, so you know when I drop random videos in the middle of the week just like this. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. Support the merch. Support the Patreon is more important than food and water, and y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Whiskey. Till next time, salute.